Welcome back, y'all. If you're new to the channel, I posted a video recently of me and my cousin out running a catfish trot line, and we had some great success. So I decided I was going to build my own and walk you guys through the process. The whole thing cost me about $65, and this thing will last a long time if you take care of it, and that is for 20 sets, if you will. So I'm going to be running 20 clips. But what you're going to need for this is you're going to need some sort of a storage container. I got this for free. I found it on the side of the road, pulled over, asked the guy if I could have it. He said, please take it. And then I went to Walmart and I picked myself up some P-cord. If you got that laying around, you can save yourself 10 bucks. I got 60 pounds of 55-yard mono leader. You can use the smaller rolls of mono, but they get real twisty and they kind of get on your nerves after a while. So we're going to use this. And then the hooks that I use were catfishing, and I'm not, trying to catch a trophy catfish. I'm trying to catch the good eater size. So we're just using cheap Walmart Mustad 6/0 Demon circle hooks. I like the circle hooks just because more times than not, it's easier to get the hook out. If you don't know, circle hooks don't catch more fish. They actually catch you less fish, but they're designed to catch the fish in the corner of the mouth. You will catch more fish if you don't use circle hooks, but you will spend a lot of time digging into a fish's throat to get the hook out. The other thing that you want to use is some sort of a line for the actual set. I've got a commercial fishing supply close to me, which I was very lucky. If you don't know about them, they're called Ocean Products. I highly recommend you check them out online. If you live in the Chesapeake Bay area, they provide some great equipment at a great price. So I went ahead and bought Franklin number 8 crab line. Sinks really well. This stuff was super cheap when you buy it by the foot. If you just don't order it online, if you go somewhere and order it by the foot, it's a lot cheaper. And then I got these 4-inch, they call them tuna clips, stainless steel clips, whatever you want to call it. I like the ones with the swivel because we all know what catfish like to do, the death roll when they get hooked. And basically this is how we're going to hook our line on to the actual line. You just slide it on, let it go, and it's hooked. As you pull the fish in, you slide this off, you're going to snap it on the barrel, and you're good to go. So I'm going to get into it, guys, how we build it, how long it's going to take me, I'll show you, but I'll walk you through the process and show you how you can build your own and get out on the river and start catching your own catfish. And the first thing I'm going to do is set my barrel up so that we can, as we're pulling the line up, we can take the hooks off of the fishing line and just hook it back onto the barrel. So we're going to drill a couple of holes in the top of the barrel. This is 5/32 P-cord, so I'm going to use a 7/32 drill bit. And we'll come in to the top of my barrel. I'm just going to drill, everywhere I'm going to drill a hole, I'm going to do 1, and then come over about 2 inches and do another. I don't know if you can see that very well. And 2 holes. I'm going to do them roughly, you want to give yourself a little bit of clearance, so I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to do 2 there. And this ain't rocket science, y'all. And then I'll do 1 about right here. 2 inches down, 2 inches apart, and then 1 more, so I got 4. Don't drill through your hand, you'll regret it. All right, now we're gonna just take our P-cord, unwind it, and we're gonna feed it through this so that the small loop is on the back side. So we're gonna start on the end, come through the other side, pull it, go to the next one. Put it on the end. Put it on the out. Pull, pull. You have to get this line through here. Go around to the other side. And we're going to do the same thing. Put it through. Put it through. Pull. Again, through, out the other side. And now we're back to where we started. All right, so now we got our tag end, if you will. All I'm gonna do is tie whatever knot you want. This is not gonna be any kind of load-bearing knot. So it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna hold a lot of weight, right? And then we wanna figure out how much we wanna leave on the line. You want it to be, the goal is, when you're out here fishing, you got to be able to slide this hook over there and clip it. And this is what's going to hold all your hooks for you. So we're going to have 25 hooks all the way around this thing. So if you got it too tight on here, you'll regret it. You can't hook. You want to have a little bit of looseness, a little bit of loop between every section. I got it about where I want it, so I'm going to cut this, leaving myself enough line to tie another knot on the other side. It's pretty much a uni to a uni, what I did. You don't have to do that. Like I said, this ain't going to hold no weight. It's simply to hold your hooks onto this barrel. All right, that's step one. All right, the next part is kind of a personal preference, is how much of this we're going to use on each set or each hook. I like to use about 2 feet. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to use a little bit of this up when I'm tying the leader on both ends. So I go 24 inches. And I measure the first one for a reason. It just kind of gives me a template. And now as I go, so I got my piece cut. Now I can just compare, pull down, cut my next one. And this isn't exact, right? I mean, we don't really care. The fish don't care if they're 24 inches or 30 inches. The longer your leader is, the more stretch you'll have, the more give you'll have. But it's not like a typical fishing situation where you're hooked up to a rod and reel and you're putting pressure on that fish. You're not likely to break this with a fish. You're not likely to straighten out a hook. Matter of fact, I've never done it doing this way. But I find 2 feet works good for me, and then I'm left with about 18 inches by the time I'm done tying it on. All right, guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our 2 foot piece of cut leader and we're going to snell it onto our hooks. I'm using octopus circle. All that means is this shank is not straight. It's bent a little bit to face the angle of the tip of the hook. However, you can use a straight shank. It don't really matter as much. But what we're going to do is when you snell, you come in straight to the top to about the length of the thing, and then you simply are just going to wrap as neatly as you can 5 to 7 times. So it's going to look like that. And then we're going to come back straight back through the way we came in and pull it tight. And the thing about the snell is, the tighter you pull it, the more tension it puts on. And then we're simply just going to come in here. We got this little piece of the tag. We're going to cut that back. And we're going to do all these. We're going to snell them all real fast, and we'll get them tied on to our long line snaps. All right, all we got left to do now is we got our hook snelled on. We need to tie it onto our snap swivel. Okay. We're going to take this. This is great for heavy mono. We're going to slide it through one time, like so. And we're simply going to, you got to have enough leader, and this is why I do 2 feet, to come around. Take your hand and go under the line, grab, pull it through, and make a circle. And then come under your line again, make another circle. So now you can see here we got 2 circles. And you're simply going to come through the back, pull it through, weight your line, everybody's favorite part. Pull this tight, and then pull it down. Make sure you get a good tight pull, and that's what you're left with. Cut your leader or your tag end off, and now we're set. So basically on our line, and I'm going to go over this when I'm setting it, but on our line as we go down the river, our line will be pulled tight out in the water. Each one of these, we'll put a bait on it. We're literally just going to take the line, slide it in, and grab it. And this, it takes a pretty heavy fish to pull this anywhere. But now you can run as many of these as your state will allow. Virginia doesn't have a limit on how many they allow, but they do have a limit on how many catfish you can keep. So pay attention to that. Those are 2 different laws. Virginia doesn't not require a license currently. This is 2024 for a recreational catfish line license, trotline license. But they do require you to have a fishing license, and they require that you have, or that you only keep the approved amount of fish per the state law. So now when we're pulling the line back up at the end of the day, pulling our fish up, we're simply going to slide it off so our hooks are separately. And as we go down the line, you're going to take your hook, you're going to squeeze this open, slide it to the hole, and it'll hold your hook, right? And then you just take this, hook it on, and this holds all your hooks in place. So we get out on the water, I'll show you exactly what it looks like. I'll show you how we run it. I'm looking forward to running my own line. This is going to be a 250-foot line, and again, I built everything for 60 bucks. And I know guys that catch hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of pounds of catfish a year doing this. So I appreciate you guys watching today. Hope you learned something new. Here's an old video of me catching some catfish the first time I ran the trotline with Corey, but I'm going to make a video very detailed on how to set it, where to set it, what you're looking for more specifically. But now you know the basics on how to make your own, so get out there and get it ready, because I got another video coming soon. Turkey season's coming this weekend, so I'll be out turkey hunting, but as soon as I get a chance to get back out on the water, I want to make sure I show you guys exactly what to do. See you all in the next video.